What's going on, guys? CT Barber Expo is right around the corner. If you plan on coming to the CT Barber Expo and you haven't purchased your tickets, there's going to be a link in the description box below. Use that link if you're a Tune 45 barber, because that's going to allow Jay Majors, the CEO of the CT Barber Expo, to track just how deep Tune 45 really is. So if you guys use that link to purchase your tickets, I would appreciate it. As always, guys, much love to y'all. Let's go ahead and get this tutorial started. YouTube, what's going on? We got another haircut tutorial for you, and this is with my boy Meami. He's another YouTuber, has over 100,000 subscribers. He does reaction videos. All right, so he's gonna be our model for the day. And this particular haircut we're gonna call the Meami. That sounds pretty good. So it's the 1.5 guard. I believe it's like probably midway open, and all we're doing is the top part right below the parietal ridge. We're not going above the parietal ridge. When we get closer to like behind the ear, towards the bottom section of the side, we'll close it all the way, as you can see here, and do that all the way around. We're also going to do his beard, the 1.5 guard closed. And all we're doing is kind of laying out the foundation. This is the length that it's going to be. Then we're going to taper out the sides and the back. We're going to do a high taper, and you'll see it'll come all together. So I put my 1 guard on open for the more coarse areas, and to lower, because he has a whirl here on his beard. So we're gonna use the 1 open, since the 1 closed in that area, and then the 1 open around the chin area. All right, now we have our slimline pros, and we're gonna use the peak of his C cup as a point where we'll start, and then right at the connection of the ear, we'll do like a kind of like a rainbow shape over to that other connection of the ear. We're doing kind of the same thing here, just because I do want it to be a high taper, but I also want the sides on the back to pop when I line it up. And typically around like the middle area of the nape, that's where there's a little indent, so it tends to be darker in that area. So now we have the clipper all the way closed, and every 1/4 of an inch we go up, we open it about 1/3. So 1/4 of the way, midway, and then all the way open. And yeah, that'll be about 3/4 to an inch, 3/4 of an inch to an inch high. And you can see I slowed it down every time I open the lever, as you can see. Okay, just doing that for you guys to make it a little bit easier for y'all. Can I get a like? Can y'all smash a like button for that? All right, now we have the half guard, doing pretty much the same thing. We start out open, now it's about midway open, and then once we get to midway open, we can skip over to the 1 guard closed, and then the 1 guard open, and you'll be able to follow along. So now it's closed, and then we'll go open. And from here, since it's a 1.5 guard on the sides, we should be done with the blend, and all we'll need to really do is spend a little bit of time detailing. But it doesn't take a lot of time. You shouldn't be here for 15 minutes on one side. The system works, guys. Trust the system. And you know, get through the system as quickly as possible, and then come back and detail to get that blend real smooth, real butter. All right, now we had this clipper open again. Now same steps. Now we're closed, and we'll open it up as needed. So 1/4 of the way now, and then midway, and then all the way, and it will be blended. And guys, the full version is gonna be like 30 minutes long or something. No, it's gonna be like 45 minutes long. And the reason why is because I'm actually explaining the haircut as I'm cutting that, and you get some bonus content because Meami He grew 100,000 subscribers in a little over a year, and he's gonna give some tips, some social media tips. That's pretty much the conversation that we're having throughout this haircut. So if you want that bonus footage, it's available on the online academy. Go to tune45.com, click on education. There'll be a link in the description box as well. And as you guys can see, it's the same steps. The system does not change. Now I got the one guard open behind the ears just because I wanted to kind of bring it all together. Alright, so now we'll start lining him up, and he's got a really difficult hairline. That's why it looks better that his hair is longer on top. If it was like a brush cut, a wave cut or something, his hairline would really stand out. He's got 2 recessions right in the middle of his head that make things difficult. It's not because he's receding, they're just recessions because he has cowlicks there. Okay, so we gotta try our best to give him a sharp line without pushing him back too much. And I think we do a good job with the slim lines. And these are one of the things that, you know, if you master guys like him, where barbers would typically struggle, if you can hook him up, he's gonna stick with you, because, you know, not too many barbers will spend the time to take care of that. All right, so now we're lining up the back, and you can see it's starting to pop because of the way we started our initial guideline. It allows that darkness there. When we hit it with the line, it comes out nice and sharp. And we're not cutting anything off the top. He likes the length. This is part of what makes him who he is and his personality and stuff. It's like, he's a really funny dude, so it really suits him. Alright, so now we're gonna use some Kiss Express. What I'm using, I believe, is Clairol. And you can mix it with water, alcohol, put it into your compressor, and you gotta kind of play with it. You gotta kind of play with the formulation, how you mix it, because some machines can handle a thicker consistency, where some need it to be a little bit more liquidy. So it's different for everybody, is what I've noticed, what I've learned. And I try to spray out from further away so it doesn't give a really dark, hard line, to keep it looking at as natural as possible. And this will last just as long as the lineup lasts. So if a lineup lasts 4 to 5 days, this color will last 4 to 5 days. It's no different than, you know, a lady getting her hair color and then eventually fading. It's the same thing. And honestly, like, that's not his real hairline with the trimmers. We had to make that his hairline, right? We had to cut that in. So all we're doing is just enhancing an already sharp line that we use trimmers to create. And it lasts just as long as the hairline lasts. As the hairline grows back, the color fades away. So if you look at it that way, it's a pretty cool added service. It's a great way to tell your clients to try it out. And, you know, if he's convinced that it's not gonna last, and, you know, that's kind of like the sales pitch for me, to try to get that upsell. If I wanted to, like, I got a lot of clients that, most of my clients, 99% of my clients don't get this done. So, you know, if I was to sell it, for example, if I wanted to do it, that's how I would do it. That's how I would go about it. You can see it just kind of brings everything to the next level, man. Like, boom, look how crispy and look how much that popped. So again, we're playing the game. Before, natural or unnatural, in the comment section, let me know what you think. Did the haircut, in your opinion, look better before the haircut, which means the haircut was trash, natural or unnatural? Y'all gotta let me know in the comments. And for the last time we did this challenge, in the comments, most people said unnatural, and I was kind of surprised by it. But this is a different model, this is a different haircut, so I'm intrigued to see what you guys think. And I edited this video over the weekend. We was at Bronner Brother this weekend. I got to chop it up with 360 Jeezy, with Get Beamed, We were there with Tomb Squad. We got like an Airbnb, and we were like 10 people deep. It was a good time, man. You know, we had the meet and greet. The meet and greet was a good time. Shout out to everybody who made it out to the meet and greet. We'll try to do that as like do that like all the shows that we go to. So, and if you're interested in seeing what that's like, make sure you go over to the vlog channel, Chris Basio Vlogs. There'll be a link in the description, and subscribe. Soon we'll be dropping the footage, the back, you know, the behind the scenes stuff, you know, in the vlogs that I'm not gonna put on this channel. So here we're using the corners of the straight razor, and you can see I'm pretty much just kind of sketching it. When I need a straight line, then I'll use the entire blade, but when I'm doing curves or detailing, I'm using the corners. Look how clean that's coming out now. And I feel like the shaver is a must. It gives a little bit more pop, a little bit you know, a little bit more contrast because it's a little bit closer. There's no stubble, and I think the haircut came out dope, man. Came out fresh. Using the Tomb 45 straight razor. We did use Kiss. You guys saw I used shave gel after I applied the color, and the color didn't go nowhere. And I wiped it and the color didn't go nowhere, so you guys can see. And there it is. It's the finished product. Again, let me know before, natural or unnatural. Love you guys as always. See you on the next video. Smash the like button, subscribe, and click that bell. Appreciate y'all.